target practice range. The hill is the backstop. You can see a target down there. Oh, you could get a grass fire going real quickly here. Suddenly you go from a week ago when there was no fire danger to a week later, serious burning conditions. There's a huge pine tree down here. Boy, this oak has had, or these oaks have had full sun all their life. That's why these branches, these low branches, are so well leafed out and healthy. Now that's what I consider deer poo pellets. So what's making the Cheetos? Not rabbit, raccoon or fox, not bear. Oh, this is recently cleared. Stubs. Look at all of them in there. Who's texting me? Some guy by the name of Pete Stauber, obviously a politician. He's asking me if I'd like to participate in his poll. Huh. A wetland. Jesus. Man, oh man. It's pretty certain that this was done by the guys doing the electric line clearing with their big bobcat with a mower attachment. Cripes. Well, maybe that's what knocked all this down. Maybe Dennis did not clear it. Maybe it was those guys. Okay, we've reached the end of the line here. All right, we're going to walk down straight through all the way to our property under the power lines. I want to see what that little pond looks like on Dennis's land just before our property. It's one I discovered actually walking around here a year ago. There's no way you can know it's there unless you walk to it. Dennis has got a big rock like we have. Our rock is the one up under the power lines leaning against a pine tree, the one that when we started to build the driveway that Rich found with his bobcat. Enormous rock. In fact, I think this one's bigger. Out of nowhere, these big rocks. One on his property, one on our property. Where does that go? It goes this way. Dead end. Hunting season hooks. There's nothing more fun than a field, I don't think. You open space to see. There's our rock. And Rich with his bobcat had a hell of a time getting that thing. I wasn't here when he uncovered it, found it. But I guess he had a hell of a time moving that thing with his bobcat. He's got one of the smaller bobcats. There we go. When I was sitting there, I saw her come around the corner, heading for the bucket, which has been her drinking bucket, but not since, what, October? Oh, good. Well, she's got fresh ice water. Now, this is the trench I made last year. It had been covered by snow up until now, and it, contrary to what I expected last summer, it did not disappear on its own. Even with my help, it did not disappear. That was a mistake. So the water that's up there, I am not going to trench. It'll have to go away on its own. She's got sore hips. Last night, trying to feed her, you know, she goes up on the loft landing now and waits for me to dish up the food. She had a hard time getting up there, lifting her right rear leg. Well, we had a run yesterday with the ball. Poor kid. A number of years ago, I had a good laugh over my friend John. He and I would go out in the woods, we'd go hiking a lot. Old logging trails, old whatevers. And he was always stumbling. I didn't think much about it until one day I did think about it. We weren't together at the time. We were, who knows? I was thinking, well, why is he tripping so much? I don't trip that much. So why is he? And I realized that he walks along out in the woods looking over the landscape. And I walk along looking at the ground and seeing where I'm gonna put my feet down. I thought that was a neat epiphany. One of the next times we were out walking in the woods, I said, "Hey, John, I got something that might be helpful to you." And I told him about that. Man, oh man, you would have thought I had told him to quit having so much sex with his mother, or something similarly offensive. Well, I learned from that point on. I should have known, because he's very conscious of preserving his respect, I guess. Not being, he grew up with older brothers who I think taunted and tormented him mercilessly. We're going to Otter Pond. I heard more trumpeters this morning and yesterday, actually, on our walk. So they're around there. They must have found open water now after yesterday's warming. Well, they could come over here and use otter pond for their temporary needs. And it's frozen over again. Are you ready to go in the house? Are you? Yeah, good girl. And I was noticing earlier this afternoon, look at the yellow grass. Oh, that's directly because I snowblowed out here and it was no longer insulated, unlike the grass at the sides was insulated. I hope this isn't gonna kill it off. I was really happy with this lawn out here. The frogs were really happy with it too. Let's go see what there is to see down here before I go in. Silent ground. Is it nap time yet? Every morning getting up at 4:30. It's nap time around the house by 8:15. Get in bed, read for 5 minutes. Suki's up there, of course, with me. We're in our positions. I don't need to worry about these, do I? Energy ball is beneath the surface of the ground. Anyway, some mornings I can sleep for 15 minutes or half an hour or an hour. Well, that's rare. But this morning I began to drift off a little bit, 10 minutes into it, not really feeling it. And then she started getting frisky on the bed, writhing around on her back and kicking her legs up in the air and shit. All right, Suki, growling loudly like she's playing with a puppy. And of course, every movement she makes jostles me because she's pressed hard up against me. Those are the sorts of frustrations that you remember when she's gone. And you remember them with such regret for not enjoying them more fully at the time. And at the time, there's nothing enjoyable about them. It's maddening. It is at least 6 inches of snow, more like 7 or 8. That was totally unexpected, that amount. Well, we don't have that much on the woodsheds, but you can see here, yeah, we do. And walking out there was surprisingly deep. So, and I'm not gonna snowblow. I don't need to go anywhere for, well, a few days. Was gonna go into town to pick up a few groceries. I'm not desperate for anything. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button. See you next time.